You are the last person on earth who can. Did you feel that? Just now? A sudden shiver. A strange, quiet stillness in the room, even if there is noise all around you. That was the sign. That was the signal that this moment, this exact intersection of your eyes and my voice, was an appointment set before time began. This is not a video you found by chance. You were led here, guided by a force that knows your deepest, most hidden pain. Listen to me. My voice is for you and you alone. I need you to understand. You are the last one. You are the very last person on this earth who can break the seal. What seal, you ask? You know. You have felt it. It is that invisible wall you keep hitting. It is that feeling you have that you are always walking through deep water, while others seem to fly. It is the reason you work twice as hard for half the credit. It is the reason you feel like an outsider, even with your own family, like you are watching your own life from behind a glass wall. That, my child, is the seal. It is an ancient spiritual lock placed on your bloodline, and it has been choking off your destiny, your joy, and your abundance. You were born to be a king, a queen. But you have been living like a servant. You have been told you are too much or not enough. You have shrunk yourself to make small people comfortable. Those days are over. You are the one who checks on everyone else. You are the one who carries the burdens of your friends, your family. You are the strong one. But I ask you, when you are in your room, and the door is closed, and the night is quiet, who checks on you? Who sees the weight you carry? I do. And I am here to tell you, that weight is not yours to hold. It is the weight of this seal. And you, my child, you are the only one left with the key. The others in your line, they gave up. They settled. They made peace with the struggle. But not you. You always knew. You always felt, deep in your bones, that this was not right. That fire in you, that stubborn refusal to accept defeat. That is the key. This message has a divine deadline. It is not for next week. It is not for tomorrow. It is for now. Between the moment your ear heard my voice and the time the clock strikes midnight tonight, a spiritual window, a crack in the universe, is opening. And it is opening directly over your head. What happens in this tiny window of time will determine the next 40 years of your life. The enemy, the darkness that set this seal, is terrified that you found this. They are trying to distract you. Right gasp of a defeated foe. That phone call that just came in, that text message that just dinged, that sudden worry about a bill. It is all smoke. It is a desperate attempt to pull your attention away from your moment of breakthrough. Do not let them. Your focus in this moment is the most powerful weapon in the universe. The scrollers, the people who passed this by, this was not for them. This was for you. The last one. Who did this? Who would do something so cruel as to lock away the destiny of a family? I must show you the truth. You must be brave enough to see it. This was not a stranger. This was not some distant enemy. The person who fastened this seal was someone who sat at your family's table. Someone who smiled in their face. I see a name. Or an initial. It feels like a J. Or perhaps an S. Yes, an S. A name with an S in it. A person who was close. A relative. A trusted friend. They saw the light on your family. They saw the promise of wealth, of health, of happiness that was your birthright. And a dark, corrosive jealousy entered their heart. They could not stand to see your line blessed while they felt empty. And so, they spoke words. Words are not just air, my child. Words are containers. They can carry blessings, or they can carry curses. And this S-person, in a moment of quiet, hidden envy, they spoke a word over your family line. They said, it will never last. They said, they will always struggle. They said, they do not deserve this. And because of the closeness, because of the trust that was given to them, those words took root. Those words became a spiritual contract. Those words became the iron for the seal. And you have been living in the shadow of that envious word your entire life. This is why you doubt your own gifts. This is why you second-guess your decisions. This is why you feel that phantom guilt when something good does happen, as if you are just waiting for it to be taken away. That is the voice of the seal. That is the echo of that S-person's envy. And today, we are going to silence that voice forever. The power of that word, that seal, has a divine expiration date. And that date is today. At midnight tonight, the spiritual contract they wrote in envy becomes null and void. The ink has faded. The power is gone. The darkness knows this. The enemy is in a state of absolute panic. They are trying to find a new way in. They are trying to get you to renew the contract with your own doubt, with your own fear. This is why you have felt so anxious all week. This is why you have not been sleeping. Your spirit has been in a battle, knowing this day of liberation was coming. You thought it was stress. You thought it was just life. It was your soul preparing for its freedom. You are not heading into a fight. You are walking out of one. The victory is already won. Your job right now is simply to receive it. How will this happen? How will the seal be broken? It is not a fight. It is a release. The exposure of this S-person, or the memory of them, is the first step. The truth is the light that dissolves the shadow. But you, as the key holder, you must perform an action. You must give a physical sign to the heavens that you accept this freedom. This is not a game. This is a spiritual transaction. I need you to do something very specific, and I need you to do it now. Do not wait. I want you to find a source of water. A tap. A bottle of water. A glass someone left on the counter. It does not matter. Go to it now. I will wait. Now. I want you to take both of your hands. Not one. Both. And I want you to catch the water in your cupped hands. Just a little bit. Hold it there. Look at the water in your hands. This water represents the blessing that has been blocked. It is pure. It is yours. Now, I want you to do two things. First, I want you to use that water to wash your face. As the water touches your skin, I want you to say these words. Say them aloud. The air must hear your voice. Say, the old shadow is washed away. The envy is broken. I am clean. Now, with your hands still damp, I want you to find a door. Any door in your house. The front door. A bedroom door. A closet door. Place your wet palms flat against the wood, or the metal. Feel the surface. You are the key holder. This door represents the block. I want you to push the door open. Even if it is already open, push it wider. And as you push, you must speak the command. Say, the seal is broken. The door is open. My inheritance is released to me now. As you did this, as you spoke those words, the tumblers in the ancient lock finally clicked into place. The iron has turned to dust. The contract is void. The angels assigned to your blessing, who have been waiting, some for decades, have been given the order. They are moving on your behalf right now. The reversal is in motion. The flow of favor, of money, of health, of peace that was dammed up. It is not just trickling. It is a flood. And it is moving directly to you. Between now and midnight tonight, you must hold this frequency. The enemy will throw one last, desperate wave of doubt at you. A sudden bad memory. A feeling of foolishness. A text from someone who always brings you down. Recognize it. It is the last tantrum of a defeated enemy. Do not engage. You are free. The blessing is on its way. What was stolen is being returned to you, 100-fold. This is your time. This is the great reversal. The S-person, the envious word. It has no more power. Stop. Wait. Do not move. I was about to tell you about the signs to look for. But something has changed. A new message is coming through. It is more urgent. The heavens are adding a layer to this. For those of you who stayed. For those of you who did not click away. The others, the impatient ones, they just got the surface truth. You are getting the key to the entire kingdom. Listen. What I just said was true. But I am being shown something deeper. A secret within the secret. I need you to look at your feet. Right now. Just look down at your feet. Wiggle your toes. Feel the ground beneath you. Whether you are in shoes, or socks, or barefoot. Feel the solid earth. That is your connection. That is your claim to this world. Your ancestors walked this earth, and they left an energetic footprint. The S-person. They did not just speak a word. I am being shown something else. They buried something. Not a person. An object. A token. An item that represented your family's joy or success. It was buried with the word of envy. This is the anchor of the seal. The ritual you just did with the water and the door, that broke the word. But the anchor is still in the ground. This is the secret. The S-person, they are tied to a memory. A memory of a garden, a yard, or a place with trees. You have this memory. It just flashed in your mind. a childhood home, a grandparent's house, a park. That is where the anchor is. You do not need to go there. You do not need to dig. The secret is this: the anchor is tied to dirt, to the earth. Here is the new, more powerful command. The urgency is doubled. Before midnight strikes, you must complete the ritual. You must go outside. If you cannot go outside, go to a window and open it. You must speak to the earth. You must say, "I command the earth to release my blessing." The anchor is pulled. The envious tie is cut. What was buried is now returned to me. You must do this. The blessing is not just released, it must be unearthed. The enemy is horrified that I am telling you this. They believed this secret was safe. They thought you would only break the seal, but not pull up the anchor. This changes everything. This means you are not just getting the flow. You are getting the entire source. You are still here. You are faithful. You were chosen for this. The others who left, they will get a trickle. But you, because you received the full revelation, you are about to receive the flood. You have the secret of the anchor. Now, the signs will be different for you. They will be more powerful. Before midnight, you will not just get a text. You will get a call. A voice from your past will contact you out of the blue. This is the first sign that the old network of envy is broken and new lines of connection are forming. The second sign, you will see the number 333. You will see it on a clock, on a sign, on your phone. When you see it, know that the anchor has been pulled and your inheritance is being counted out by the angels. Because you know this deeper truth, you must seal it with a deeper commitment. This is not for everyone. This is for you, the one who remained. This is your act of spiritual authority. Go to the comments right now and type, "The anchor is pulled. The earth has released my source." This is your command. This is your legal declaration in the court of heaven. This is you signing the release form for your miracle. The anchor is pulled. The earth has released my source. Do it now. And feel the shift. Feel the ground beneath your feet change. It is no longer holding your blessing captive. It is now pushing it up to you. And now, the grand restoration. Because you have done this, because you have pulled the anchor and not just broken the seal, the blessing is not just for you. It is for your entire line. You have just liberated your children, and your children's children. The poverty, the struggle, the heartache. It stops with you. Tonight. You are the one who stood in the gap. You are the last one who had to suffer under the seal. And you are the first one to walk in the new, unearthed abundance. The wealth that was buried. The relationships that were buried. The health that was buried. It is all coming to the surface. When you wake up tomorrow morning, the sun will feel different. The air will feel lighter. The constant, quiet static of anxiety you have lived with your whole life, it will be gone. You will finally be at peace. You will finally be home in your own life. Do you think this is just hopeful words? Do you dare to doubt? Listen to me. Just this last Friday, a woman in Ohio A woman named Maria. She was in your exact position. She had the S-person. She had the feeling of being blocked. She heard this message. She did the water ritual. She stayed. She heard the secret of the anchor. She said she remembered an old doll her aunt, Susan, had buried in the backyard as a joke when she was a child. She went to her window at 11:30 p.m. She spoke to the earth. She typed the words. She said she felt a jolt in her feet. The very next day, Saturday morning, a certified letter arrived at her door. A title company. A piece of land her great-grandfather had owned, land everyone thought was worthless and sold. Was not. A clerical error had kept a portion of it in her family's name. That land. It had just been rezoned for commercial use. She is a multi-millionaire. Today. Do you understand? It happened for her. It is your turn now. You cannot keep this miracle for yourself. It must be shared, but only with the right people. This secret is not for the scoffers. It is not for the doubters. Think right now of 3 people. Not 1. Not 2. 3. 3 people who have your same spirit. 3 people who are also fighting an unseen battle. You know who they are. Their names are in your heart right now. Send this message to them. Send it and say only this: you are the last one. Watch this before midnight. This is your act of planting. This is you showing the universe that you are a channel, not a dam. Now. The process is complete. But the revelation is deep. You must go back to the beginning. Go back and listen to this entire message one more time. But this time, listen knowing the secret of the anchor. You will hear things you missed. The name I said. The initial. A word. It will make sense in a new way. It will give you the final piece of confirmation. Do it. Do not delay. You are the one. You were the last. And you have won. The seal is broken. The anchor is pulled. The flood is here. Your final act of total faith. Your final seal on this new covenant of abundance. Go to the comments. Type with all the belief and all the power you now possess. Type, I am the key. IT is finished. Do it. And prepare for the sunrise. Your new life is no longer coming. It is here.